Hi everyone. Welcome back to our BS Coins world where we talk about coins, collectibles, and the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Today, we're diving into one of the most iconic coins in US history, the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial Washington quarter. These coins were minted to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence, and they're beloved by both collectors and casual coin enthusiasts. But the big question is, are they worth more than 25 cents today? Let's find out. Before we dive into values, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1776 to 1976 quarter features a unique reverse design by Jack L. Ahr. It shows a colonial drummer boy with a torch surrounded by 13 stars, representing the original colonies. This design is iconic and instantly recognizable. The obverse still features George Washington, but the date has been replaced with a dual year, 1776-1976. Now, here's an interesting fact. These quarters were minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Depending on where your quarter was minted, it could have a different value. Let me break it down for you. First, we have the quarters from Philadelphia and Denver. These are standard circulation coins. Most of them were made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, and billions of them were minted. If you have one of these quarters in average circulated condition, its value is generally just 25 cents. However, if it's in uncirculated condition, meaning it hasn't been used in commerce and still has its original luster, it could be worth around $1 to $3. Next, let's talk about the San Francisco Mint. This is where things get exciting. The San Francisco Mint produced 2 types of quarters for the bicentennial: proof coins and silver-clad coins. Proof coins are specially made for collectors and have a mirror-like finish. If you have a 1776 to 1976 proof quarter with an S mint mark in perfect condition, it could be worth $3 to $5. However, the real prize from San Francisco is the silver-clad quarter. These coins are made from a combination of 40% silver and 60% copper. Unlike the standard copper-nickel quarters, the silver content makes these coins more valuable. The value of a silver-clad bicentennial quarter depends on its silver content and current market prices. At today's silver prices, a 40% silver quarter is worth around $4 to $6 in silver value alone. But if it's in excellent condition or part of a special collector's set, its value could go even higher, up to $10 or $15. So how do you know if your quarter is silver? Check for the S mint mark, located just above the drummer boy's drum on the reverse side of the coin. If there's no mint mark, it's not silver. Now, let's talk about errors and rarities. Like any coin series, bicentennial quarters have their fair share of mint errors. Some of the most sought-after errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and coins with missing clad layers. These errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. For example, a major double die error on the reverse could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. Another thing to keep in mind is grading. If you have a bicentennial quarter that looks flawless, you might want to have it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins often fetch higher prices in the market because collectors trust the assigned grade. So, what's the verdict? For most 1776 to 1976 quarters, the value is going to be close to face value unless they're in uncirculated condition or contain silver. But if you're lucky enough to find a silver-clad version, a proof coin, or an error, you could be holding onto a coin worth significantly more. Before we wrap up, here's a quick tip. If you want to start collecting bicentennial quarters or learn more about your coins, check out local coin shops, online forums, and auction sites. These are great places to expand your knowledge and maybe even add some valuable coins to your collection. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Have you found any bicentennial quarters in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. We're talking about the 1995 D Mint Mark Washington quarter. You might have one of these coins sitting in your piggy bank or wallet without realizing its potential value. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and why these coins could be worth more than just 25 cents. First, let's start with the basics. The 1995 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, and millions of these coins were produced. To be exact, the mintage figure is around 1.1 billion. Yes, that's a huge number, but not all of them are created equal. The value of these quarters can range from face value to hundreds of dollars, depending on their condition, errors, and grading. So, what makes some 1995D quarters so valuable? There are three main factors. The first factor is condition. Coins that are in excellent condition, also known as mint state, are worth more. Collectors love coins that look like they just came out of the mint. If your quarter has no wear, sharp details, and a shiny surface, it could be worth grading by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Graded coins in MS65 condition or higher can sell for around $20 to $50, and in rare cases, even more. The second factor is rarity. While most 1995D quarters are common, certain errors or variations make them unique and highly collectible. One example is a double die error. This happens when the design is accidentally doubled during the minting process, creating a shadow-like effect on the letters, numbers, or design elements. If you spot any doubling on your quarter, you could be holding a coin worth several $100s. Another error to watch for is an off-center strike. This occurs when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. Depending on the severity of the misalignment, these error coins can be worth anywhere from $50 to over $200. Always inspect your coins closely under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. The third factor is demand. Even without errors, some collectors are willing to pay a premium for 1995D quarters in higher grades to complete their sets. The Washington Quarter Series is a popular collection, and having a coin in pristine condition from this year is a must for some enthusiasts. Now, how do you determine if your coin is valuable? Start by examining it carefully. Look for any signs of wear, damage, or unusual features. If it looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service. Grading may cost you around $20 to $50, but it's worth it if your coin turns out to be valuable. You might be wondering where to sell your 1995D Washington quarter if it's worth more than face value. You have several options. First, you can list it on online marketplaces like eBay or Etsy, where collectors are actively searching for rare coins. Just make sure to include clear photos and an honest description of your coin. Another option is to sell it at a local coin shop or a coin show. These places are great for meeting collectors and dealers who might be interested in your quarter. Lastly, consider joining coin collecting forums or Facebook groups. These communities are filled with enthusiasts who can guide you and even offer to buy your coin directly. Before we wrap up, let's recap. The 1995D Mint Mark Washington quarter might seem ordinary, but certain factors like condition, errors, and demand can make it worth much more than 25 cents. Always inspect your pocket change carefully, because you never know what treasures you might find. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video or learned something new, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to your channel name for more content about rare coins and collectibles. Let us know in the comments if you found any valuable quarters in your collection. We'd love to hear your stories. We're talking about the 1989P Washington quarter. This little piece of history might just surprise you with its value and importance. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone who just stumbled upon a shiny quarter, stay tuned. You're about to learn something incredible. First things first, the P on this quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where this coin was produced. In 1989, millions of these quarters were minted, over 896 million to be exact. That might make you think it's just another common coin, but don't let that fool you. Certain factors can make some of these coins worth more than just 25 cents. When determining the value of any coin, including the 1989P quarter, there are a few key factors to consider: condition, errors, and rarity. Let's break those down. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state, can fetch significantly higher prices. If your 1989P quarter has no scratches, wear, or discoloration, you might have something valuable. Coins graded MS65 or higher can be worth several dollars instead of just face value. This is where things get exciting. Some 1989P quarters were struck with errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet defects. These mistakes make the coins unique and highly sought after by collectors. Depending on the type and visibility of the error, these coins can be worth anywhere from $10 to over $100. While the 1989P quarter isn't considered rare in general, Finding one in exceptional condition or with errors is uncommon. That's what makes these coins valuable to collectors. So, what does this mean for you? If you have a 1989 P quarter, take a closer look. Start by examining its condition. If it looks shiny and free of wear, you might want to consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This can help determine its exact value. Next, check for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a microscope to spot anything unusual. Look for doubling in the lettering, odd marks, or anything that seems out of place. These small details can make a huge difference in the coin's value. Now, let's talk numbers. A typical circulated 1989 P quarter is worth its face value, 25 cents. But coins in mint state can sell for $5 to $15, depending on their grade. Error coins or particularly high-grade specimens can go for much more, sometimes exceeding $100. The highest auction record for a 1989 P quarter so far? Around $1,000 for an exceptionally rare error coin. You might be wondering, where can I sell these coins? The best places are online marketplaces like eBay or specialized coin auction sites. Local coin shops and collector shows are also great options. Just make sure you do your research and know what your coin is worth before selling. In conclusion, the 1989 P Washington quarter is a fascinating coin. While most are only worth 25 cents, there's always a chance you could have one that's worth much more. It all comes down to condition, errors, and rarity. So, next time you're sorting through your spare change, keep an eye out. You never know what treasure you might find. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. Subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows? Your story might inspire our next video. We're diving into an exciting topic that might just have you scrambling to check your pocket change. We're talking about the 1988 P Washington quarter, specifically the ones minted in Philadelphia. These coins may seem ordinary, but some of them are far from it. By the end of this video, you'll know what to look for, why certain 1988 P quarters are so valuable, and how much they can be worth in today's market. Let's get started. First, let's set the stage with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1988, the design had been in use for over 50 years, making it a familiar sight in the pockets of Americans. The 1988 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia and, like most coins, was struck in vast quantities for everyday use. But not all coins are created equal. So, what makes a 1988 P quarter worth more than just 25 cents? There are several factors that can increase its value. First, let's talk about condition. Coins graded in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, are always sought after by collectors. If your 1988 P quarter is uncirculated, meaning it hasn't been used in everyday transactions and shows no signs of wear, it might be worth significantly more than its face value. For example, a 1988 P Washington quarter graded MS-67 by a professional coin grading service can sell for anywhere from $50 to $150, depending on the market. If you're lucky enough to find one graded MS-68, you could be looking at a value well over $1,000. These higher-grade coins are rare, as most coins in circulation show signs of wear and tear. But that's not the only factor that affects the value of a 1988 P quarter. Another key aspect is errors. Mint errors are mistakes that occur during the coin's production, and collectors absolutely love them. Some of the most valuable 1988 P quarters have errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or die cracks. These unique imperfections make each error coin one of a kind, which drives up its value. Let's break down a few of the most notable errors you should watch for. First, the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck more than once with slightly misaligned dies, creating a doubling effect on the design. Look closely at the lettering or the date on your quarter. If you notice any doubling, you might have a coin worth hundreds of dollars. Next, the off-center strike. This error occurs when the coin blank isn't properly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be missing. Depending on how off-center the strike is, these coins can range in value from $50 to over $500. Finally, there are die cracks and cuds. A die crack is exactly what it sounds like. A crack in the die used to strike the coin. This creates raised lines on the surface of the coin, which can increase its value. A cud is a specific type of die break that leaves a raised blob of metal on the coin. These errors are less common and can fetch high prices among collectors. If you're wondering how to determine if your 1988 P quarter is valuable, here's what you need to do. First, examine the coin closely under good lighting. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the details. Pay special attention to the lettering, the date, and the edge of the coin for any signs of doubling, cracks, or misalignment. Next, consider the coin's condition. Even without errors, an uncirculated 1988 P quarter in pristine condition can be valuable. If you think your coin might be worth more than face value, it's worth having it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assign it a grade based on its condition and authenticate any errors. Now, let's talk about the market value. Coins like the 1988 P Washington quarter can fluctuate in price depending on demand. As of now, a regular 1988 P quarter in circulated condition is worth just its face value, 25 cents. However, uncirculated coins or those with rare errors can sell for anywhere from a few dollars to several $1,000s. For instance, a 1988 P Washington quarter with a prominent double die error recently sold at auction for over $1,500. Another example is an off-center strike that fetched nearly $800. These are just a few examples of how valuable these coins can be. So, where can you sell a valuable 1988 P quarter? You have several options. Coin dealers and local coin shops are a great place to start. They can evaluate your coin and offer you a fair price. Online marketplaces like eBay are also popular, but be sure to research recent sales to ensure you're listing your coin at a competitive price. Finally, consider submitting your coin to a reputable auction house if it's particularly rare or valuable. To wrap things up, the 1988 P Washington quarter is a fascinating coin with hidden value. Whether it's due to its condition, unique errors, or collector demand, some of these coins are worth far more than their face value. So the next time you're sorting through your change, take a closer look. You might just discover a hidden gem. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting tips and market updates. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin in your pocket change. We're diving deep into the 1988 D Washington quarter. Is this seemingly ordinary coin worth more than face value? Stay tuned to find out. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since its debut in 1932. The 1988 D quarter, minted in Denver, is part of that long and storied history. While many of us might overlook it in our pocket change, this coin has a story worth exploring. Let's talk about its design, mintage, and, of course, its potential value in today's market. First, a little background. The Washington quarter was originally designed by sculptor John Flanagan to honor George Washington, America's first president. By 1988, the design had undergone some slight modifications but still retained its classic appeal. The D mint mark signifies that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary facilities producing U.S. coins. Now, the total mintage of the 1988 D Washington quarter was over 596 million. That's a significant number, which means it's not a rare coin in general circulation. But as any collector knows, rarity isn't the only factor that determines a coin's value. Let's take a closer look at the key features of this coin. The obverse, or front, features George Washington's profile. The reverse, or back, displays an eagle with its wings spread, perched on a bundle of arrows, with olive branches below. Pay attention to the condition of these details on any 1988 D quarter you come across. Wear and tear can significantly affect its value. So, what makes the 1988 D Washington quarter worth more than 25 cents? The answer lies in a few critical factors: condition, rarity of errors, and demand among collectors. Condition is king in the world of coin collecting. A 1988 D quarter in circulated condition is generally worth its face value. However, if you find one in mint state, meaning it's uncirculated and retains its original luster, it could be worth a few dollars. The better the grade, the higher the value. But here's where things get exciting: error coins. The 1988 D quarter is no exception when it comes to minting errors. Some of the most sought-after errors include off-center strikes, double dies, and coins struck on defective planchets. For example, if you spot a double die on either side of the coin, it could fetch significantly more than a standard quarter. Some error coins have sold for $100 or more at auction, depending on the rarity and demand. Let's talk about market trends. The value of any coin is determined by what collectors are willing to pay. Over the years, there's been steady interest in Washington quarters, especially those with errors or in high grades. Online platforms like eBay and dedicated auction sites are great places to gauge current market prices. A quick search shows that high-grade 1988 D quarters can sell for $10 to $50, while rare errors can go even higher. If you're a collector or just someone looking to spot valuable coins, here are some tips. First, always check your change. You'd be surprised how many valuable coins slip through unnoticed. Second, invest in a good magnifying glass or loupe to inspect coins for errors. Lastly, consider getting high-grade coins certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Certified coins often command higher prices because buyers trust the authenticity and grade.so. Is the 1988 D Washington quarter worth more than 25 cents? In most cases, it's not. But if you have a sharp eye and a little luck, you might find one that's worth much more. Whether it's an uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, these hidden treasures are out there waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and insights. Have you ever found a valuable 1988 D quarter? Let us know in the comments below. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark. How much is it really worth? Could you have one sitting unnoticed in your coin jar? Let's find out. First things first, why doesn't this quarter have a mint mark? In the mid-1960s, the United States Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins. This was part of an effort to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. So, whether it was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, we dive into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a classic, the 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Could this coin sitting in your pocket or collection be worth more than face value? Stick around to find out. First, let's talk about the 1967 Washington quarter itself. This coin was struck as part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing series featuring George Washington on the obverse, a design introduced in 1932 to commemorate his 200th birthday. The reverse features the familiar eagle design. But what makes the 1967 quarter particularly interesting is its history and its potential value today. In 1965, the U.S. Mint removed silver from circulating quarters, replacing them with a copper-nickel-clad composition. By 1967, no quarters were being struck with mint marks. This was done as part of a larger effort to discourage coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. As a result, you won't find a mint mark on any Washington quarters from 1967, whether they were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Now, let's dive into the value. Most 1967 quarters you come across will be worth their face value of 25 cents, especially if they've been in circulation. However, certain factors can increase the value of this coin significantly. The first factor is condition. Coins in higher grades, such as those with minimal wear and excellent details, are far more valuable to collectors. If you have a 1967 quarter in uncirculated condition or one graded by a professional grading service as MS-65 or higher, its value could rise to anywhere from $5 to $25 or more. Exceptional specimens with an MS-67 or higher grade can fetch even higher prices at auctions. Another factor to consider is error coins. Error coins from 1967 are highly sought after by collectors. These could include off-center strikes, double die errors, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. Depending on the type and severity of the error, these quarters can sell for anywhere from $50 to several $100s or even more. It's also worth mentioning proof-like coins. While the U.S. Mint didn't produce proof sets in 1967, some coins have proof-like qualities due to an exceptional strike or die polishing. These coins are rare and highly desirable, commanding premium prices from collectors. If you're wondering how to determine the value of your 1967 quarter, the first step is to inspect its condition. Use a magnifying glass to check for any errors or unusual details. If it appears to be in excellent shape or you suspect it's an error coin, consider having it professionally graded. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and assign a grade to your coin, which can greatly increase its market value. Finally, when it comes to selling your coin, you have a few options. Local coin shops, online marketplaces like eBay, and numismatic auctions are all great places to connect with potential buyers. Be sure to research recent sales of similar coins to get an idea of their current market value. To recap, the 1967 Washington quarter with no mint mark is a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history. While most are worth just 25 cents, coins in pristine condition or with errors can be worth significantly more. Who knows? That quarter sitting in your change jar could be worth hundreds of dollars. Thanks for tuning in to your channel name. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content about coins, collectibles, and their values. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you've got a 1967 quarter or any other interesting coins, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Or San Francisco, you won't find a mint mark on any Washington quarters from 1965, 1966, or 1967. But what makes the 1967 quarter special? It's not made of silver. By then, quarters were being struck with a copper-nickel-clad composition. However, certain coins from this year have become valuable because of their condition, errors, or historical significance. Let's talk value. In circulated condition, most 1967 quarters are worth their face value, just 25 cents. But if you have one in mint state or uncirculated condition, the value goes up significantly. For example, coins graded MS-65 by a professional grading service can fetch around $5 to $15. And for higher grades, like MS-67, prices can climb to $100 or more. Some rare examples, like those graded MS-68, have sold for several $1,000s at auction. These coins are incredibly hard to find, as they need to have virtually flawless surfaces and sharp details. Now, here's where it gets exciting: error coins. Look out for things like double die errors, where parts of the design appear doubled, or off-center strikes, where the design isn't properly aligned. These errors can make your 1967 quarter worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. How can you spot these valuable coins? Start by examining your quarters closely. Use a magnifying glass to check for sharp details and any unusual features. If your coin looks promising, consider sending it to a professional grading service for evaluation. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, don't dismiss those old quarters from the 60s. Your 1967 no-mint mark Washington quarter could be worth much more than you think. Thanks for tuning in to BS Coins Wold. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin.